Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce, my name is Farha Kamilatun Nuha. My SIN is 120104253 and 7. My supervisor is Rizky Amelia MPD, English Education Department, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Training, University of Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. So this is my presented proposal video. The title is The Effect of Tell Me a Story Game on Students' Reading Comprehension at 10th Grade SMAN 1 Bunut. Okay, let's the presentation, the proposal. Background of the problem. Reading education plays a crucial role in developing students' knowledge and skills, especially at the 10th grade level. However, numerous challenges arise in terms of reading comprehension, such as a lack of interest, the inability to employ appropriate comprehension strategies, and the complexity of text. Therefore, innovative teaching methods are necessary to enhance students' reading comprehension. Literacy experts like Ellington 2002 have researched effective learning practice and how innovative methods can aid students in better understanding text. Reading comprehension is one of the most vital intellectual skills an individual can possess, forming the foundation for lifelong learning, work, and social interaction. This research aims to investigate the impact of using the Tell Me a Story game on the reading comprehension of 10th grade students at SMAN 1 Bunut, with the hope of providing guidance for educators in effectively leveraging this learning technology to enhance students' reading comprehension abilities at the secondary level. Identification of the problem. Based on the preliminary research conducted at 10th grade of SMAN 1 Bunut, the researcher found that on average students for difficulties in learning English, especially in reading comprehension. The problem observed are: 1. Students cannot read with perfect words and sounds. 2. The lack of vocabulary when reading text makes students lack understanding of the meaning of the text they read. 3. There is a tendency of students' lack of interest or involvement in reading activities in grade 10. And the last is students are faced with texts that have difficulty levels that are not appropriate for their grade level. Next is a limitation of the problem. After identifying the problems stated above, it is clear that there are many problems in this research. In order to solve the identification of the problems, this experimental research focused on the effect of using the Tell Me a Story games, whether it will increase students' reading comprehension or not. Formulation of the problem. Based on the limitation of the problem that has been formulated above, the researcher formulates the problem as follows. 1. How is students' reading comprehension taught without Tell Me a Story games at 10th grade of SMAN 1 Bunut? 2. How is students' reading comprehension taught by using Tell Me a Story games at 10th grade of SMAN 1 Bunut? And 3. Is there any significant effect on students' reading comprehension taught without and by using Tell Me a Story game at 10th grade SMAN 1 Bunut? Next is objective of the research. 1. To describe the students' reading comprehension taught without Tell Me a Story game at 10th grade of SMAN 1 Bunut. 2. To describe the students' reading comprehension taught by using Tell Me a Story game at 10th grade of SMAN 1 Bunut. 3. To examine whether there any significant effect on students' reading comprehension taught without and by using Tell Me a Story game at 10th grade SMAN 1 Bunut. Significance of the research. 1. For teacher. These research are expected to provide innovation, creativity, and new strategy on students' reading comprehension. 2. For students. These research are expected to encourage reading in English through the reading comprehension strategy. 3. For other researchers, these research are expected to provide additional information for those who want to conduct further research in related fields. Definition of the term. 1. Tell Me a Story game. The Tell Me a Story game is an interactive educational tool designed to boost reading comprehension and storytelling skills in students through experiential learning. Meyer 2009. 2. Reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is a crucial cognitive skill involving the interpretation of written text through a multidimensional process that includes recognizing words, sentence structures, and engaging in higher order thinking. Cole and Snow, 1967. Theoretical framework. 1. Reading comprehension. From this research, the definition have a three. 1. Ellington, 2002. 2. Cole and Snow, 1967. And 3. Tuningman and Stanovich, 1997. The component and exercising of reading comprehension is from Anderson, 1999. 2. Tell Me a Story game. 1. Definition from G, 2003. The benefits from Cunningham and Stanovich, 1997. And the How to Use Tell Me a Story game from Anderson, 1999. And the advantage and disadvantage, it's from G, 2003. Relevant research. From this research, have four relevant research. First is from Johnson et al. 2018, 2. Smith and Davis 2020, 3. Anderson and Tyler 2019, and the last is Brown et al. 2021. Operational concept. When independent variable X, it's Tell Me a Story game. Understanding context, the role of contextual interpretation in reading comprehension. 2. Dependent variable is Y, reading comprehension. Understanding context says the operationalization of using Tell Me a Story game on reading comprehension. Assumption and hypothesis. When is assumption? Is there any significance effect on students' reading comprehension so without end by using Tell Me a Story game at 10th grade SMAN 1 Bunut? The hypothesis. First, null hypothesis. There is no significant difference in reading comprehension results between grade 10 students who used Tell Me a Story game and those who did not. 2. Alternative hypothesis. There is a significant difference between students who used the Tell Me a Story game and those who did not use the Tell Me a Story game. Research design. It have two research design methods. One is quantitative methods and 2 quasi-experimental. Time and location research. In this research, time and location refers to when and where data collection will be conducted. In this case, the research will be conducted from March 2024. The location of research will be conducted at SMAN 1 Bunut, Pleasure Street, number 12. The primary subject of the research is 10th grade students at SMAN 1 Bunut. The object of this research is the use Tell Me a Story game on students' reading comprehension. Next is population and sample. 1 is population. In this research, the population have two classes. 1. Science 1 is have 23 students. Science 2 have 22 students, and the total is 45 students. 2 is sample. So, sample in this research description is Science 1 experimental class and Science 2 control class. Next is technique data collection. It's have 3 technique data collection in this research. First is pre-test, 2 is treatment, 3 is post-test. And the last is technique of data analyzing. To analyze the data, the researcher used to the test is to discern and evaluate average score disparities between two distinct data groups within the realm of reading comprehension research. In the context of the study, the t-test was used to compare the means of two different groups using the following formula. T equals x dash mu by s by square root n. Okay, that's all about my presentation, my proposal. Sorry for my mistake. And assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.